Hello, this is Eric from Erik Photography, and we're here today to review some bad wedding photography. And I'm really excited because some of them are really bad. Let's get started. First off, why is she looking at a fruit? What is going on? I understand he's looking at the ring, but she's got a piece of fruit in her hands. I don't understand. When the photographer approached him with this idea, they should have said no. Remember, you have the right to just say no to your photographer. I don't like it. Let's move on to the next one. This image is kind of cringeworthy. You'd probably agree. The lighting is excellent. The background looks pretty good. Not sure about the green, but it's nice. It looks good. But why her hands are on his butt and why he's so happy about it, I don't understand. I mean, sure, they're married, newlyweds. It's exciting. It's kind of, fun. But this image is just weird. This is not good stuff. The pose could have been changed. It could have been a lot better. So once again, if your photographer approaches you with this kind of idea, you have the right to say no. Let's look at the next one. 1970 called, and it wants its photo back. Collages like this were really popular back in the day, and I'm still okay with a well-executed collage, but this one just doesn't really work. Maybe it symbolizes that she's always on his mind. He's always thinking about her, but it just comes off kind of weird and something that you'd find in your grandparents' house hanging on the wall. So once again, when your photographer approaches you with this kind of idea, just say no. Let's look at the next one. Now, this image is lit excellently. You can see the catch lights in their eyes, and that's appealing. Their skin tone is good. The background, there's not really a background because the flashes act as kind of like a squib to darken everything out. But why they've got their rings in their mouth, I don't understand. I mean, the first time I looked at it, it looked like he had a grill in his mouth, and I did a double take or like a triple take. Taking pictures of rings is actually a really popular thing in today's like wedding photography, but in this kind of sense, like I said before, just say no. Don't do it. Don't put your ring in your mouth. First off, that'd probably be kind of gross. I don't know how clean rings really get, so just say no. Let's take a look at the next one. This one has like a weird vibe to it. I'm not sure who thought this would be a good idea, but it's not. She is standing on top of him, and that's kind of weird. He looks like he's okay with it, so kudos to them. You also notice that there's kind of a halo around the couple, and that just shows that the image was either underexposed and they tried to composite it to save it, which, it looks obvious. So in situations, low light situations, one, get a faster lens or bracket it if you need to. And then don't do poses like this, because just don't. Let's take a look at the next one. Now, this image actually has a lot of potential to be an excellent photograph. The photographer has off-camera flash to fill in the couple, and then they've exposed the background to be appealing, get all the colors in the sunset or sunrise, probably sunset. The issue, however, is the crop isn't very consistent. It cuts off her arm, and that just creates tension. It feels weird. And there's a little flat. The flash might have been on camera, like directly on camera or slightly above it. Changing it up just a little bit, and maybe even toning it down a little bit with a soft box or a shoot-through umbrella. Give you a nice softer light, wrap the light around the face, and make it a little bit more appealing because it looks a little bit flat. Also could probably adjust the color temperature just a little bit, and that would make them look like they're alive and not like they're corpses. So let's take a look at the next one. I like to call this image the I don't really know what to get you, so I'll offer to be your wedding photographer, okay? When your friend offers to do your wedding, first off, make sure you've looked at some of their work. Don't just say yes, and don't just have them be the sole person there, because that stuff like this happens, and that's kind of heartbreaking. The angle is good, like as far as where they're at. They probably need a little bit tighter composition, zoom in on that a little bit more. But it might be limited as far as what the lens has had, and then it's just shaky. Oh, that breaks my heart. And there's nothing you can do to save this kind of image. So when someone offers to do your wedding photography for free as a gift, just say no. So we've gone over a lot of different really bad examples of wedding photography, and my whole hope in sharing this with you is to tell you that it's a big day, it's important. You can't just let anyone do it. So when the time comes for you to choose your photographer, look at their past work, look at their clients' reviews, and look at their style. Make sure they're all up to your standards. And after that, if you can't find anything you like, contact me, Erik J. Hill Photography. I'd love to work with you and capture that special day, because it's your wedding day. You want to remember forever. It's important, right? So don't just trust anybody. Trust Erik J. Hill Photography.